XY Steam Siege, the Pokémon card set with quite a reputation, but not a very good one. In fact, many people consider it to be the worst set ever produced. But does it deserve such scathing criticism, or are there aspects to appreciate that are often overlooked? Why did Steam Siege become so hated amongst collectors, despite its numerous unique features? Steam Siege was the 11th expansion in the XY series for the Pokémon trading card game. It was released on August 3, 2016, with a total card count of 116. The set is themed around machinery and gears, loosely inspired by steampunk design. It coincided with the Japanese release of the 19th Pokémon movie, Volcanion and the Mechanical Marvel. Although not a direct tie-in, Volcanion and Magearna were included in Steam Siege and frequently appeared in marketing material for it. However, neither of these were the premier Pokémon of the set. Instead, the storyline was centered around shiny Mega Gardevoir. It takes on a villainous role and appearance here. In every piece of artwork, it's shown with glowing red eyes glaring into your soul. Its goal is to wreak havoc on a prosperous and peaceful kingdom called the Gear Palace. Volcanion is the guardian of this domain and needs to combine the powers of fire and water to take down Mega Gardevoir. Xerneas and Yveltal also enter the fight, with the former siding with Volcanion and the latter siding with the enemy. Magearna is also present, though its role in the story is unknown. Much of the card artwork in Steam Siege reflects this story and shows various Pokémon exploring the Gear Palace. This Klefki shows a bit of the faraway skyline of the place. There seems to be a few giant pillars with spirals looping around them. The ground outside is a field made entirely of gears. Nidoran Mail offers the best view of the wider palace, depicting a detailed skyline. As the setting sun peeks over the tall buildings, we can see that almost everything is constructed of shiny metal. Towers of wildly varying heights break through the fog. Hydreigon flies just above the fog, weaving in and out between the colossal towers. This skyscraper on the left has gears embedded into its walls, a common motif throughout the card artwork. As you might expect from the concept of combining fire and water, steam is shown to be a common element in the Gear Palace. Multiple A-Palms create a bit of mischief by breaking a machine, sending a geyser of steam sky high while pieces of gears rain down onto them. Tangrowth has to maneuver around the inside of those giant towers we've been seeing. It stumbles between a web of metal pipes, some of which are leaking steam into the room. Mega Gardevoir's invasion is also depicted in the card artwork. Bisharp is caught off guard by a mysterious crimson haze filling the air. Drifloon is also stuck in the mess, being swept away by the evil force. The source of the haze appears to be Yveltal, who is summoning more with a light illuminating out of its chest. The theme of combining forces bleeds into some of the card designs as well. The variant of rare break cards make their return, as with every set released in the second half of the XY series. 7 new ones were introduced for Steam Siege, notably the box legendaries Xerneas and Yveltal. There was a much bigger gimmick for the set though, and you might have already spotted it. This was the reintroduction of dual-type Pokémon. The last time this mechanic appeared was all the way back in the Heart Gold Soul Silver era, so this was a neat revival of the concept. Actually, this is likely to be the last revival of the concept. To this day, Steam Siege is the last set to ever include dual-type Pokémon. 8 of these were included, those being Shiftry, Volcarona, Galvantula, Bisharp, Azumarill, Volcanion EX, Mega Steelix EX, and Mega Gardevoir EX. If these cards weren't already exciting enough, all of them except for Volcanion were shiny Pokémon. Shiny colorations are only brought into the card game sparingly, so any set they appear in are usually sought after. With all of these interesting gimmicks and appealing cards, Steam Siege was primed to be an instant hit with collectors. But as we know, the exact opposite reaction occurred. So why did opinions on the set sour over time? Well, it's a combination of reasons. For one, the hit rates were below average. There aren't any calculations online to verify, but there were a lot of complaints at the time about the low odds of pulling rare cards out of these packs. People want the coolest and most valuable cards, and if they're going to gamble, they at least want their chances to be good. Secondly, there wasn't a chase card, so to speak. Sets usually include 1 or 2 awesome looking cards of fan favorite Pokemon, like Charizard or Umbreon. It gives people goals to shoot for and new cards to get excited about. Steam Siege didn't have any of those. Gardevoir is decently popular, but that's about it. Magearna was the first Generation 7 Pokemon to be introduced into the trading card game, but since it was so new, it didn't have a dedicated fanbase yet. The third, and likely biggest reason why Steam Siege failed, was its overexposure across multiple years. Although it's never been confirmed officially, many people believe that too many packs of this set were printed, with not enough demand to buy them. As such, their value on the second-hand market plummeted. The Pokémon Company decided to get rid of this excess stock by including it in various collections throughout the Sun and Moon era. Stuff like blisters and tins would usually include a pack or two of Steam Siege, despite the XY series being long concluded. There are even whispers of Steam Siege appearing in some Sword and Shield collections. Some people have even found packs still for sale at their local grocery store in 2022, 6 years after its release. To put it simply, the Pokemon Company were giving away packs that nobody wanted to open. Keeping sealed boxes of it was more of a liability than an investment. However, opening sealed boxes of it would usually lead to disappointment because of its irrelevant Pokemon and low hit rates. So, people got sick of it. Today, Steam Siege is the cheapest set that released before the Sun and Moon series. For new collectors, it's the easiest way to experience a bygone era. For old collectors, it's a memory they would like to forget. In hindsight, this set was destined for failure, but not through any fault of its own. Underneath the circumstances of its release lies a captivating world with interconnecting stories. Maybe we should have appreciated that, because this was the last time a set would feature creative and consistent theming like this. It might not have been what we wanted, but it's what we needed. XY Steam Siege, the worst Pokemon card set ever.